Hi there, welcome to another mix and match that we're doing. This one is, or all of them except for the spinal mobility ones, are appropriate for level 2s and level 3s. Offer some modifications within the class so that you can choose your options. And today we are doing probably a little bit of a shorter one. This one's going to be for our back body. So yeah, we'll see. Sometimes that's a relatively weak area with people, and it's no good to have a strong front body or even side body without having that strength in the postural muscles, in the glutes, in the hamstrings, right down to the heels. So we're going to start actually on our backs then today. No props needed, just you and your mat. And I want you to stretch out nice and long on your mat to start. Find your back body, if that makes a bit of sense. And I want you to put your feet sit bone width apart, that nice neutral pelvis. Try to feel like you hold those low ribs back a little bit if you are tight and you like to get a little bit too much space behind them. Broaden the shoulder blades, let the head and the neck be heavy on the mat. And then see if you can, with those shoulder blades touching, see if you can connect the upper arm, the forearm, and the palm of the hand. Right? Good. And you're just taking a nice breath in. Take that air to your deep rib cage, especially the back of that rib cage. Almost like you're trying to fill the space behind your low back pelvis with air. Good. And on your next out breath, I want you to press into your heels. I want you to press into the palms of your hands. And I want you to press into the back of your head. As if you're going to levitate your midsection, your center. You're not going to move, you're just activating. And then as you breathe in, I want you to release that and see if you could melt a little more heavy into the mat. Breath in to prepare, and on your exhale, press into your heels. Press into the palms of the hands, this time into the arms as well, the upper arms and the shoulder blades and the back of the head, as if you're going to hover the whole spine, including the pelvis, and then release it all back down. Get heavy into the mat. Feel that whole spine melt into the mat. And we're just going to do that one more time. So press into the heels on your out breath. You're not really lifting, but you might be getting lighter, right? So press into the heels, the palms, the pads of the fingers, the arms, the shoulder blades, the back of the head, and imagine lifting your neck, the back of your neck off the mat, your rib cage off the mat, your waist, your pelvis. Doesn't really lift, but it gets light. And then release it down. Don't you feel your back body just with that? I hope you do. I do. Bend both knees. Take a nice breath. Just gonna. This is our lovely hip roll coming up into a little bridge. Out breath. One bone to the back at a time. Good. At the top, the hips are high. We're going to bring the arms overhead as we peel down. And when you peel down, you're not going back to neutral for a change. You're going to make sure you hold the low ribs back, that you hold the imprint position so that the whole spine is glued to the mat here. You've gotten a little stretch in your shoulders and maybe a little strength in the back of the shoulders. And as you peel back up, you're going to press the arms down by your sides. As you peel down, the arms are going to go overhead. So one more sort of nice and slow like that. Peeling up, arms pressed down by your sides. Peel down, arms reach overhead, but the whole spine stays glued to the mat and you're trying to get almost a stretch in the shoulders. And then we'll speed it up from here. So exhaling to come up, inhale to peel down. You're still trying to get that peel up, peel down. Good. For 3. For 2, try to make those knees stay just over the feet, not getting wider, and hold this one. Place the hands not just on the mat, but reach those fingertips towards the toes so that you're long in your neck. Held back in your ribs. And you're going to step onto the right leg, left leg to tabletop, lower and switch, lower and switch. So this is very much back body, right? You're going to feel the glutes. You're going to feel the back muscles. Hopefully no discomfort, but you're just going to feel them working. The hamstrings a little bit, the back of the thighs, but not too much or you'll feel them cramp. Really try to make it about the back of the pelvis, the glutes. Hold this one here, lower the bum and pick it back up. Lower and lift. That pelvis stays level, lower, lift, lower, lift for 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Straighten the leg up towards the sky. Lower that leg so it's parallel to the other one. Squeeze the thighs together. And then optional to take both arms off the mat, overhead. Nothing else moves. But yeah, you're strong in that back body. Lower the arms. Bring the leg back up to vertical. Lower it down with control. And then switch sides. So you're onto the left leg, the right leg's in tabletop. Lower and lift. Kai, do not touch that camera. Thank you very much, Mr. Man. 4. And 4 more. Good. You can come and work with me if you want, yes. For 2. For 1, hold it here, straighten that leg. Straighten your leg. Lower it with control. Squeeze the knees together. And then if it feels good, arms overhead, arms overhead, arms overhead. Nice strong back body. Yes. Good. Bring the arms back down by your sides. Lift that leg. Perfect. Lower it down with control. Lift the hips a smidge, as they say. Peel it down. 1 bone to the back at a time. And then you're coming back up, and we're just going to vary the foot a little bit. So you're peeling back up. Oh, let's have lunch right after this. Okay? I'll get it ready for you. This is only going to be a couple more minutes. Bring the right leg, or you're on the right leg, bring the left leg to tabletop. The hips are level. And I want you to lift the toes if you can. So lift the whole ball of the foot. So you're on that heel, and feel how that changes. Put it back down, and then lift the ball of the foot again. You're pressing into the heel, and hopefully you feel it a lot more in the glutes. Lower and lift. For 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3. What form, Kai? For 2, for 1. Perfect. Lower the foot, lower that leg, switch, and try that on the other side. Just lift the toes and the ball of the foot and see how does that change what you're doing in the hip. Good. Lower it down just to reevaluate, and then lift the ball of the foot. Keep the pelvis level and lower for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Beautiful. Lower it down. Lift the hips a little bit higher, and then peel down 1 bone to the back at a time. Enjoy that. Oh, good. Awesome. And then just pull the knees in towards the chest a little bit. And yes, my helper has identified already the next step. We're going to come onto our bellies on the next breath. So, good. Giving those legs a little bit of a rest, just turning the toes out a little bit, leaving them heavy on the mat for now while we work a little bit that upper body. Good. Take a nice breath in to prepare. The hands are folded under the forehead, and on your out breath, at first I want you to feel the belly draw in. I want you to feel the strength in the front body before you lift the face, the throat, the breastbone, and feel that strength in the back body. So I want you to really feel a match between front body and back body there, and then peel it back down. Good job, Kai. And exhale to come back up. Good. Lift your face and your chest. Good job. Look how flexible their spines are, eh, at that age? Feel it down. Good. On this one, I want you to stay up. So you're up, you're broad in the chest, you're really strong in the front body. I want you to get taller and stronger in the back body. Keep those legs rooted to the mat, because now you're going to lift the arms. You're going to bring the hands to your forehead, not your forehead to your hands. So keep the height you have in the breastbone. Exhale and bring the arms up. Lower it down. Exhale, bring the arms up. Lower it down. You're great at that, Mr. Kai. Up and down. Just for 2 more. And then we're going to put the lift and the arms together. Good. So lower the arms, lower the whole body. And on your exhale, feel the strength in the front body. Match it with the strength in the back body. I want you to lift the arms and the chest. So keep the forehead and those back of hands connected at first. Lower the arms for 1. Pick it back up and lower the whole body. Right? So that'll be our rhythm. Lift up. Lower the arms. Pick them back up. Don't lose any of your height. And lower the upper body. So it's lift as a unit. Arms only. Arms lift. Lower as a unit. Can we do a few more? Lift as a unit, get taller out of the top of your head. When you lower and lift the arms, nothing moves in that upper body. Lower down. Exhale to come up. Continue to feel the strength in the abdominals. Lower the arms, lift the arms, release it down. Lift it up. Lower, lift, lower the whole body. Make this one your last one. Lift as a unit. Lower down. Kai, no, honey, I'm sorry. That's not going to be okay because they won't be able to see, okay? Hold this one up. Bring the arms out to the sides instead. Really reach, 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 reach. And then we're going to circle the arms. For 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, reverse, for 6, for 5. Just watch the light there, okay? For 3, for 2, for 1. There we go. Nice and wide. Lower it down. Bring the hands underneath the chest. Bend the knees and just rock it back. Taking your time, but after you've been in extension like that, it's always nice to sort of ease into the opposite posture. Lowering the forehead to the mat and just taking a little rest position there. You can leave the arms overhead or you can wrap them around by the feet as we often do. Good. Roll it up nice and tall. Hey, baby Kai. I've got a couple more exercises to do. Could you play with the ball over there, though? I just want to do more exercises with them, and if you're here, you're too cute, you're very distracting. You could do them over there with me if you want, but if you're on the camera, they can't see me. And I know you're much cuter and funner to look at than I am. Funner, is that a word? All right, more back body. Hands forward. Legs nice and straight. Good. Chest lifted. Shoulders away from the ears. You're very good at following the directions. Take a nice breath in and press through the heels, press through the hands, lift the bum. Lower it down. And again. And lower it down. Keep the, sorry, little leg cramp there. Keep the eyes gazing straight ahead or allow the head to tilt back a little bit, but it's not a big back bend. You're not trying to look behind you as you do that. Right? Exhale to come up. And lower it down. Let's do 4 more. Beautiful. And 3. Good. And 2. And then if you are a level 2 and you're feeling like, oh man, that's enough, then you stay with that. Just lifting and lowering. Otherwise, level 3s and those level 2s that want to challenge, press into your right leg. Lift the left leg for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, Lift those hips a little bit higher, press into the left leg, and lift the right leg for 4, for 3, good, for 2, for 1, beautiful. Lift the hips a little higher. If you let them settle, lift the breastbone, get wide across the collarbones, lower with control, bend the knees, and give yourself a little hug. Good. Perfect. And then we haven't done a lot directly for the hamstrings yet. That one worked it a little bit. But we're going to come back onto our bellies. And you have option here, if you find it hard to extend the back, like I'm going to get you to lift the chest and prop up on the elbows, like that. But you can always do it with the head down on the hands. And you're focusing on bending one knee, keeping the knees together, and bringing that heel towards the bum without letting anything shift in the pelvis. So that's our focus, whether you're up or down. Feet are together, knees are together. Either option 1, stay down with the head and neck, or option 2, use the abdominals to support, but then come up and adjust the elbows so that you can place a little bit of weight into them. You can feel that breastbone pull forward, the shoulders down away from the ears. And then we're going to bend the right knee as if you're going to bring that heel towards your bum, straighten it back out, and switch. And switch. And move. And switch. And if you're feeling good here, if you can keep the pubic bone rooted to the mat, no shift or wobble through the pelvis, then you can pulse it. So you can bring the knee, bend the knee, release a little, flex the foot, release a little. You don't have to add the ankle movement if it's too much to coordinate, but it becomes a little bit automatic. So 3 little pulses. Bend, flex, bend, straighten. Bend, flex, bend, straighten. Try not to have any movement in the upper body here. Bend, flex, bend, straighten. Bend, flex, bend, straighten. Bend, flex, bend, straighten. And last one, each side. Bend, flex, bend, straighten. Good. Widen the legs. So those toes are at the outer edge of your mat. Lower the upper body for this one. Bend the knees so that you can press the heels together. Take a nice breath in to prepare. On your out breath, you're drawing in with the abdominals. You're squeezing the heels together. And then you're imagining like you're lifting the thighs away from the mat, pressing those heels towards the ceiling. Lower it down. Keep the heels together, but you're relaxed. And we'll just repeat that. So exhaling to lift, to squeeze the heels together, and inhale to lower. And this one is a little bit hard to do without the low back coming into the movement, if you're at all tight in the hips. So you'll notice that I don't get any space between my thighs and the mat. I do feel them get lighter, but if I push them too high, I'm going to get too much arch or extension at the low back. And we'll just try 4 more like this. Really try to feel the heels squeeze together too, because that adds a lot in the rotators of the hips. It's really nice. Aww. We got a little bored guy here. Mommy might have pushed it. Too much filming today. And exhale, lift. Beautiful. Lower it down. Straighten out the legs. Once again, bring the hands under the chest. Bend the knees. Press it up. And rock the hips back towards the heels. For that lovely shell stretch. Take your time. Let the back and the hips soften. But hopefully warmed up and becoming more comfortable changing from one position to another, right? Okay. Now, we're going to do another exercise, and this is definitely more of a level 3 one. It's our last exercise, and it's lunchtime. If you found that being with your hands behind you, with the legs straight out and lifting the bum, right? If you found this one hard, you could repeat it. Or you could just sign off here. Because the one that we're going to do now is we're going to straighten out the right leg. We're going to bend the left knee. and we're going to place the right hand on the mat, right? So that we're going to start here, and we're going to lift up. So you're on one arm. So if there's shoulder issues, then this is great for back body. It's great for the back of the shoulder. But if it's too much strain, go with both arms and just lifting the pelvis, right? It can be a really nice one. So take a nice breath in, and on your out breath, you're pressing into your heel, you're pressing into your foot, you're pressing into that hand. To lift up, that arm reaches straight towards the ceiling. You look up at the ceiling, and you're good, eh? And then lower down with control. Good, and exhale to do it again. Talk about back body. We won't make it any harder than this, but this is a good one. All right, again. Good, beautiful. Try to stay open across the chest. Really press that shoulder blade down away from the ear. Try to feel the help from the legs to take a little bit of strain out of that wrist and out of that hand. Feel the power behind the pelvis. Good. This is a good one, eh? Make this one your last one. On this side anyway. Hold it here, and take a breath. And just appreciate this position. It's pretty good. Lower down with control. Spin. I'm really, really tired of this. You know what? After this, the tide is high and we're going to go swimming and paddling and play outside. Maybe catch some crabs, okay? Are you going to help me do this one last exercise with them? Or are you going to be done? Okay, you going to do it with me? Okay. Left hand is on the mat. Left leg is straight out. Right leg is bent. Take a nice breath in to prepare. You're lifted in the spine. You're already long. You've got that shoulder open. And on your exhale, lifting the bum and coming up. And lowering down with control. You're pretty good at that. Let's try it again. Exhale to come up. I actually counted on the other side. We did 6. So we're going to do 6 on this side too. We've already got 2 done. Exhaling, press through the heel, press through the foot, press through that arm, and lift, lift, lift the whole chest, the tummy, the pelvis. Lower it down. We have 3 more. 3, 2. Good. Last one. We're going to hold the last one just for a couple breaths. Lift, 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 lift. Lift that pelvis, squeeze the bum, press into both legs. Breathe, smile, and lower down. Beautiful. Good. And from there, we're just going to bend both knees, wrap the arms around in front, lengthen that whole back body. Right? Yeah, just like that. Give a little rock side to side if that feels good. Beautiful. That feels really good. For me, anyway. I hope it does for you too. We're going to sign off there, right? And go have some fun. You want to say bye?
Bye.
Yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks so much and hope that wasn't too distracting. Have a great day. Bye.